my fellow comic book collectors. Today is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I answer your questions. I have a few questions this week. A couple that I couldn't find my books for, so I'm a little bit frustrated. I was like searching through all my long boxes and I couldn't find the books. It's driving me crazy. But I tried my best. I tried to find some cool things to show regardless. You'll see that in the first question. Fan for collecting. Have you ever seen the Blue Beetle? Have you seen the Blue Beetle trailer? Any thoughts? And do you have the very first appearances of the Blue Beetle and other Blue Beetle appearances since? First appearances since. Well, there's three Blue Beetles. The first was Garrett, who first appeared in 1939. He's the Golden Age Blue Beetle, and he appeared in Mystery Men Comics #1. Also, Green Mask and Rex Dexter also appeared in that book for the first time. But that was from August of 1939. And I don't have that book. It's a really pricey book. It is quite hard to find as well. I've seen it a couple times on Heritage and I bid on it, but didn't win. I didn't even come close. Yeah, Blue Beetle later got his own title, which is just Blue Beetle #1 from December of 1939. I do have a few books from that run, but the ones I have are not Blue Beetle covers. They have Blue Beetle, but I think, one sec, where is it? I'm not sure if I can show it. It should be somewhere behind me. There should be some Blue Beetle SOTI books that were mentioned in The Seduction of the Innocent. And they have Blue Beetle, but he's like small on the cover. He's not like the main feature. So that's my Golden Age Blue Beetle. I didn't really collect Blue Beetle. Then in the Silver Age, they brought back Garrett for one appearance, or for a few appearances, I should say. He appeared in 1965 in Blue Beetle Blue Beetle #1 in 1965. Now, Charlton Comics was the one that produced Blue Beetle during the Silver Age, and they created a new version of Blue Beetle, which was Ted Kord. And this is the first appearance of Ted Kord. So this is the Blue Beetle from the Silver Age. And there was some debate that this was going to be the one for the movie, but they decided to go with the most recent version of the Blue Beetle, which was Jamie Reyes. And he made his first appearance as a character in Infinite Crisis #3, and then he made his first costumed appearance in issue #5. I actually have both of those books, but I cannot find them. I was like, that's what I was searching for. I was like looking all through my boxes. I was looking through my DC boxes. My organization skills are terrible, especially when it's a short series. So if it's like 5 books, I have the complete run of Infinite Crisis. It's like 1 through 5. And actually I have 2 copies of #5 because there's a A and B, like there's a cover with him on it, and then there's a cover without him on it. I have both of those. But I have no idea where I put it. I whenever it's just like a small series, I'll just stuff it in with whatever box has a little bit of space in it. So I don't know where I put it, and I've been looking for it, couldn't find it. But it is somewhere there in my long boxes. I just couldn't find it. I was like searching and searching. It drives me nuts if it's in one of the long boxes that are on my other side. I didn't even think about those ones. But yeah, so I have them, but I can't show them. So the only one I can show you for Blue Beetle is the one from the Silver Age. My thoughts about the trailer: I thought it looked okay. I thought it looked like it could be a good show. If they just make it superhero, discovering the costume, discovering the powers of the costume, him being a little bit badass, I think it would be a fun movie. If it's something with a bit of social justice, then I'm nervous about that, and there are hints of that, so I'm a little bit nervous about it. But I think it might be a good movie. If it was, it's sort of been a movie that's been approved by James Gunn. You know, it was one of the ones that was on the chopping block where they were deciding whether or not to move forward with it. But he approved it, so that kind of bodes well for it. And he said it was a good movie. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. I'm thinking that it's going to be a good movie, just based on all those things. So yeah, that's all I can say about it. Strangely, also, like I don't know why, and this is just a weird thing. I don't know why this is the case, but when I saw the trailer for Blue Beetle, I don't know why, and if anyone else had this feeling, tell me in the comments below, because it's just a weird feeling that I had. It reminded me of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. So it's just sort of weird that it reminded me of that. I don't know why. It just, something about it reminded me of that series. I don't know why. So if anyone else had that weird feeling, tell me. The next question comes from Big B McFly, the comic guy. Can you show your Catman comics? So I've been collecting the entire run of Catman comics, but it is an expensive run to get. Now, Catman is from the 40s. It is like a golden age book. It is hard to find. It also featured some of the best L.B. Cole covers, and it also had Chaz Quinlan covers. Both artists are very well known, and some of the best Hitler covers are in Catman. So there are all those reasons. It is a very expensive run to get. Even really beat up copies generally go for 500 plus. Just a really expensive run. So as a result, I only have a few copies of Catman. I have 5 in my collection, and I'll show you all 5 of my Catman comics. The first one I have is Catman 14. And this is a Quinlan, Chaz Quinlan cover. And that's Catman right there. And there's Kitten. Catman also came back in the Silver Age in DC Comics. They brought him back. And recently, I believe they, I think it's, I'm not sure if it's Dynamite that brought him back as well, where they brought back Kitten as well. So they recently brought back Catman to the modern era. And I actually have his first Silver Age appearance, but I'm going to just show you my Catman from the Golden Age. And we got a great war cover. This is Catman 27. And it's just a really great, you know, patriotic, you know, showing all the different levels of the Army. Like you got the Army, you got the Navy, and you got the Air Force. So all 3 levels. And that's an L.B. Cole cover. Another L.B. Cole cover. This was actually my first Catman that I picked up. Is Catman number 29. It's another L.B. Cole cover. I just thought it was a cool cover. I was just super excited when I won this because it just, I thought it was a cool cover because it has all these cats and it's Catman. So I just thought it was kind of fitting. So this was my very first Catman, Catman 29. And then this one I overpaid. I totally overpaid for this book. It's so frustrating. You know, what happened was this book came up on Heritage, and it's a rare book. It doesn't come up very often. But after I bid on this and won, a whole bunch of copies came up. Now you'll probably never see it again, but the copies came up and they sold for about the same as what I paid, but they were higher grade, which really frustrates me. But this is a 0.5 copy, but it really presents well, and that's why I bought it. This is one of L.B. Cole's most famous covers in terms of his artwork. It's one of the most sought after covers for L.B. Cole because it's got a skull on it. It's got this giant guy, and it's just a really great cover. This is Catman 28 from 1945. Just a really great cover. And my last one is another Catman. This is a different artist. This is Rudy Palace. I don't know. I thought I pronounced it correctly the first time, but well, you never know. Just another great Catman cover. This is Catman 25. And I really enjoy Catman. Some of the best covers are in Catman. And you know, it's a fun comic. Okay, so that's my Catman collection. Not a really big collection. I think there's like 30 or 29 in the series, something like that. It's like in that number. I think I have one more Catman coming in the mail. So I'll have 6 in total. 1/5 of the entire collection. Okay, the next question, and the last question actually, comes from Black Box Silver and Bronze. Do you collect Hitler covers? If so, which ones are you looking for? Well, I do collect Hitler covers to a certain extent. I'm not like big on Hitler covers, but I do think that they're fun. I like ones where they really make him look goofy. One of my Hitler covers is this one with Super Duck, and I like it when it's also in a kid's book. I think it's kind of funny that they put like these Hitler covers in kids' books. So this is, Super Duck, and he's just like squeezing the life out of Hitler. So that's kind of fun. This is Super Duck #1. And because this is a Hitler cover, it generally goes for a bit more money because, Super Duck you can pick them up pretty cheap for the most part, like $30 for an issue of Super Duck. But because this is a Hitler cover, generally this will go for a few $100s because people like collecting Hitler covers. So I just thought this was a kind of a fun one, though. He also has Toto as well. And then we got comedy comics. And this is kind of a Hitler cover. I'm saying it's a Hitler cover. Whether it is a Hitler cover or not is debatable. But it's like the little animals kind of look like Hitler and they have like Nazi armbands. So I am saying it's Hitler. There's debate. It's very debatable if it's Hitler, but I kind of like it because again, it's that kids comic with Hitler, if that makes sense. And then we got some really cute Hitler covers. This is a really funny one. This is I want to say his name right, Mac Rayboy. And then this is a Macro Boy cover, and this is Captain Marvel Jr. #10, and just a really great Hitler looking really worried. Why is Hitler worried? So yeah, and I just think it's so great. So why is Captain Marvel so happy, and why is Hitler so miserable? I just think that's great. And another thing that people collect with Hitler covers is ones which Hitler is getting punched. Like most famous being Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, Captain America #1, where Captain America is punching Hitler in the face. This is kind of like that. This is Master Comics #13. And the great thing about this is not only is he punching Hitler, but when Hitler and this other guy are getting punched, they form a swastika, which is extra fun. And this book just happens to be the first appearance of Bullet Girl as well. So there's a bunch of cool things about this book. This is Master Comics #13. #13. Yeah. Okay, and I do have one more Hitler cover, and I actually have others in my collection that I did collect. But again, I couldn't find them. I was like searching stuff and couldn't find them. But here's another Hitler cover, and this one's barely a Hitler cover. But this is Hitler right there. You can see him in the background. And it's just a really great Hensi. Hensi, the girl that's loved the swastika. It's a really great story. Definitely worth reading. So yeah, this is my copy of Hensi. I really like this book. So I just think it's so crazy. So this is from 1973, which is also my birth year, so I like that. So those are my Hitler collections. Now you're probably wondering, what other Hitler covers would I like to get? Well, there's three that are kind of top of my list in terms of Hitler covers that I'm actually actively searching for, and I seem to always miss out on these. First is Thrilling Comics number 41. And this is actually, these three are my favorite Hitler covers. This would be probably my second favorite. This is like where Hitler's like sitting on a bed, and the bed's got like this quilt, which is all like swastikas and stuff, and you got Mussolini underneath the bed, and you know, got the, you know, the good guys coming in and, like, you know, capturing Hitler. So it's just a really great cover. So yeah, that's the first one. It's Alex Schomburg cover as well. Another book that I really like to get is Sensation Comics number 13. That is the one with Wonder Woman, and she's bowling, and the pins are like the leaders of like Mussolini, Toto, and Hitler. So she's bowling their heads down. So it's kind of cool. I like that one a lot. And then we got, last one is Marvel Mystery Comics number 46. And this is absolutely my favorite Hitler cover. It's one where you got the guy and the girl, and they're being like lowered into this like crazy machine that's gonna like chew them apart or do something nasty to them. And then you got Hitler with this really tiny body and massive head, green head. It's just like really weird. And I just like that because it's like, you know, crazy bondage cover, crazy like Alex Schomburg cover, and then you got this crazy looking Hitler. Where he looks sort of goofy. I like Hitler looking goofy. So yeah, so those are my favorite Nazi covers that I'm looking for but don't have. And if you happen to have them, reach out to me and I might even buy them from you. So those are the three that I'm looking for: Thrilling Comics 41, Sensation Comics 13, and Marvel Mystery Comics 46. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a shorter video because I couldn't find all the books that I was looking for. I had a whole bunch that I wanted to show. But I hope you enjoyed it anyways. Thanks for watching. If you have a question that you want me to answer for next week, put it in the comments below. Thanks again.